It doesn't cost you a whole lot to give to somebody else, and in my case, it didn't cost anything.
Monday, we harvested about 80 pounds of produce that we take to the pantry, and then it's distributed to people that day.
It was once said that, the best way to tear down a fence between neighbors is to grow a garden. It's a lot to that.
It's really given me a bigger sense of community. I've grown because of this. So that's honest.
I know one woman said that, she wouldn't be able to feed her children any of these vegetables if she didn't grow them herself.
And I think that's what I really enjoy seeing, is a brand new gardener at the end of a season coming to me and saying, this is so cool. I've been feeding my kids, I've been having fresh vegetables every night.
I've got a son, Austin, who he just loves plants, even weeds. If he can get a weed to grow, he'd work it. And we've bonded an awful lot more than I think we would have otherwise.
I met wonderful people that gave me a great job, have helped my children. My children are involved in the gardening now. Their health is better, my health is better.
The people that come in here, a lot of them are already on food stamps, but the food stamps don't give them enough to feed their family.
As they're leaving through the pantry, often they'll look and they'll say, wow, what is that? It's so beautiful out there. And so we'll tell them, this is our community garden. We offer free plots for anyone that's in our area.
My favorite part of this is watching everything grow from just being little seeds. It's relaxing for me.
It's a lot of work, but it's worth it. And it's just so very important, especially when you have families with young children, to not only get that fresh produce to them, but to get them to understand where their food comes from.
The garden gives people an opportunity that they can be self-sufficient and that they're not just taking a handout, that they're actually part of something that they then can feel proud of.
And I think people just need a healthier source of food. What we get in the grocery stores is not always good for us.
All that food is so expensive. And even then, you're taking your child's life in your hands because you don't really know what's been done to that. Well, here I know everything that's been done to it, which is absolutely nothing except fertilizer, organic.
When you start in the position of not having enough money, and then you have to deal with the impacts of a bad economy, there just isn't anything left. So an agency like SnowCap that can provide food for your children and for your whole family, provide clothing for the children, advocacy for the poor, and just generally to provide some support for families in need.
Food is just such a necessary thing. It's just everyone should be able to have that. And so that's something we can do. We can actually give them that. It's very meaningful.
Amid all the debates on how to effectively respond to hunger and poverty, the garden at SnowCap is something that truly works. Sunlight is free, but we need help in paying for such things as water, topsoil, seeds, and wheelbarrows. But most importantly, we must continue our classes that teach people how to grow their own food, and for that we ask you to dig deep into your pockets. Gardening is a way of showing that you believe in tomorrow.